Guys, I'll be covering some of the pluses and minuses from Trump's big, beautiful, messy bill because it's out there in the wild and now it's officially law and it will affect a lot of people, especially when you consider that they're taking from those with less than and giving back to those with more than they even know what to do with. So, to begin with, the child tax will go from $2,000 to $2,200, which is actually not a bad thing at all. Estates gift and gift taxes will be expanded tremendously from 5 million to $15 million. Obviously, if you're not in that bracket of people who have that kind of money, no need to worry about it. The $7,500 EV tax credit will be gone after September 30th, which is why Elon Musk is creating his own political party now. So if you want to get an EV, this is kind of the time to do it. You only got a couple months. Wind and solar energy investments will actually be completely phased out over the next 12 months. That's actually pretty bad. No tax on tips up to $25,000. Who was declaring tips in the first place anyway? Very few people on that one. Um, if you're working overtime, only the difference of the overtime pay from your regular pay will not be taxed. So if you make $20 an hour, if you work overtime, it's time and a half, so it'll be $30 an hour. That additional $10 will not be taxed. That's the only difference being made there. No tax on car loan interest if the car was made in the US, but it can't exceed $10,000. So if you buy a luxury car, you're still going to have that. Because of cuts to Medicaid, they're cutting out 800 billion over the next decade, so $80 billion a year. So 11 million people will lose their health insurance by 2034. Now, if you want to keep those people, there's rules. People have to work 80 hours a month at least. If you have no job, you have to show proof of income and residency. But what about the people that literally cannot work? Or even if they work minimum wage jobs or something like that, will they be able to physically do those? You know, not the ones that don't want to work, but the ones who literally cannot. What if these people cannot, like I said, even work minimum wage jobs? What if that's the case? And even if they work minimum wage jobs, they work more than 80 hours, they lose this benefit, they're not going to get health care coverage through their job. I mean, what minimum wage job is giving that? SNAP, or formerly known as food stamps, now you have to work 80 hours if they have no child, have to be between 18 and 55, could impact up to 40 million Americans. So a lot of people could lose that benefit. And who's paying for this? You are. We all are, actually. The government is just borrowing money from us today to add it on later. Oh, and by the way, this will add $3.3 trillion to the national debt on top of what they will already add going forward. Isn't that nice?